Hello everyone, welcome back to the next turns of Eldritch Horror. We're battling Azathoth, the Ancient One, and let's see what we can do to solve our next mysteries. Let's start with Charlie, our lead investigator, who will move. Charlie is going to move up from Tokyo to this area here on space 19. He will then rest and put his health back up to 4, which is his full health. His sanity is also up on full already. For Jacqueline, her first action is to trigger her ability, which says you may trade any number of clues with an investigator on any space. So she is going to give her 1 clue to Charlie. She's then going to move 1 space towards London. Now we can encounter with the things on the board, and for Charlie, he is going to, as an encounter, he attempts to find information about Azathoth's true name, so he can spend 2 clues to place an Eldritch token on the mystery card. So Charlie will spend his 2 clues, and this token comes on to the mystery card. Jacqueline is going to have an encounter on that space. She's going to draw a card from the general deck. She is on a city space, so let's read the city text. A night of drinking and good cheer helps raise your spirits. Recover 2 sanity. While you're celebrating, you hardly notice that you are being robbed. Test observation. If you fail, discard 1 item possession. Alright, so we're going to recover 2 sanity. Actually, we're going to recover 1 because that would be our max. But then, let's roll for our observation, which is 3. And we have 1 success, so we're good. We realized that somebody was robbing us, and we managed to stop them before we lost anything. Finally, let's do mythos. We start by moving the Omen track. Next, we have the Reckoning effect, but nothing on the board or nothing in a possession has that effect. So we move on to the gate spawn symbol. And the gate pops up in Buenos Aires. A monster spawns there, and I drew the Nofka, but it has this green symbol, which means there's a spawning effect. So we turn over and see what it says on the back. And it says, when this monster is spawned, move it to the Himalayas. A cold, bitter wind howls through the trees, and people everywhere cling to their fires and blankets. The chill has settled into your bones, and there is no warmth to be found. Tide of despair. Event. Each investigator loses 2 health and 2 sanity unless he discards a blessed condition. We do not have a blessed condition, so let's lose the health and sanity. Jacqueline is going to cast a flesh ward spell, which says once per round, when an investigator would lose health, you may test lore. If you pass, prevent that investigator from losing up to 2 health. So let's go ahead and cast this flesh ward spell. Her lore is 4. Unfortunately, we do not have any successes. So let's flip this card and see what happens. 0. Something inside your chest, shifts painfully. The chosen investigator loses 1 health unless he gains an internal injury condition. So I guess in addition to the 2 wounds, Charlie is also going to lose a 3rd health due to the spell, which backfired on us. So he is actually going to be at 1 health. he also loses 2 sanity. And Jacqueline loses 2 sanity and 2 health. We've reached the end of the Mythos phase. If there are Eldritch tokens on this card equal to half the number of investigators, solve this mystery. So this is done. We found out about the true name of Azathoth. And the next mystery is occult research. The Shan are controlling innocent victims everywhere, using them to call forth Azathoth. After an investigator resolves a research encounter, he may spend 1 clue he gained from that encounter and place that clue on this card. At the end of the Mythos phase, if there are clues on this card equal to the number of investigators, solve this mystery. So we're going to need to look for 2 clues and put them onto this card to end the game.